Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 4. I just watched episode 3. If you want to see my reactions and my thoughts about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. For those of you who don't know it, it was twice death episode, like that's it. He died, we're sure that he died. I'm not gonna begin this episode with a surprise, ha ha ha, in fact he didn't die. No, for me he's dead. It was that episode. If you want to see how I reacted, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. If you want to see all of my binge watching of My Hero Academia, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, beginning of this Season 6, with all of the OVAs, with all of the movies, into the chronological order and all of that, I made a playlist for My Hero Academia and I'm gonna put the link also right there into the eye, right there, in case you can be interested. Like I said, Twice died during the previous episode and it made me emotional, it made me sad. I'm not ashamed of it, you know, because it was clearly written and done on screen to make me feel these emotions, so I'm not ashamed of my emotions at all. Clearly it was a little disturbing because we're talking about a villain and a strong one, someone who really caused a lot of trouble and also killed surely a lot of people. I don't remember if we saw him killing people truly, but clearly he was not someone good, he was a villain, he did bad stuff, he had bad intentions, so it's weird to feel sad, sorry and emotional for the death of a villain, someone like him, but this anime is well written because they managed to make me feel all of that, because it has been a long time that we're discovering a lot about him, about his background, and I was already feeling sad about his background, the fact that he was always alone, you know, he never had someone that he could trust, he could believe in too, and someone also who would love him for who he is. He had only himself, and clearly it was not enough, like being the guy who can replicate himself, you know, as much as he wants. In fact, he was feeling all alone his entire life, and that's why when he joined the League of Villains, he felt finally with people who were like him, who were rejected by this society, and he felt also people who could love him, at least appreciate him for who he is, and then with Toga he had the impression to find someone who would love him for who he is. So we know his background, I understood his background, I understood his reasons to be there. He was one of the villains for whom I said that it's this society who pushed them to be villains, to follow that path. He had no other choice after that. For me, it was truly the case, like for Toga, like for Shigaraki. I truly think that if these guys would have been loved and supported and well guided as kids, you know, they would have never become these villains. Turned out like that for Twice, but I knew his background, I felt sad for his background. I felt glad that he found Toga, I appreciated their relationship. So that death right now like that, because of Ox, who knew that Twice would be really dangerous, so he had to stop him. At first he tried to convince him to join the heroes. We knew that it would never happen. After that he tried to stop him, not to kill him but to stop him, because again he knew that it would be too dangerous to have Twice out there, like it would surely mean in fact the end for the heroes, for this attack, and then he was forced to kill him. I felt stressed all along this fight, for Ox, for Twice, for Dabi, for them to die, like for sure I want Ox to win, but it doesn't mean that I hate the other ones and that I want for them to get killed. So when it happened for Twice, and like that during this intense fight, during this epic moment. I felt sad because of this background, because of this fight, how it happened, because also of that last moment, you know, he found a last strength before dying to protect Toga, to save Toga, and through his dabble, he managed to tell her goodbye and how sorry he was, because we had also all of that about him feeling guilty. It was really rough to see him dying, feeling guilty, feeling betrayed. But like I said during the review of the last episode, at least he didn't feel alone because Toga hugged him, thanked him. So I was glad for that last moment with Toga, and I felt sad for Twice death. It's like that. They managed to make epic and sad and emotional the death of a villain. It's cool, you know, it's pretty cool. It's showing that this anime is really well written and done on screen. But yes, I'm pretty sure that he died. Now I'm really worried for Ox, because for sure all of these villains, they're gonna have such rage against him. They all discovered that he was a double agent, and now, you know, Ox is still fighting against Dabi. Dabi with that fire, like, clearly it's a bad quirk against Ox quirk, so I'm worried for him. They managed to block all of these villains right there at the headquarters. That's great. We have Tokoyami who discovered that Makia is still there. That's not great. They think that Makia is gonna stay like that, you know, inactive and all. I'm not so sure of it. For now, we can have the impression that we're winning. I'm afraid of that just being an impression. Like, we lost a villain, maybe we're gonna lose an hero soon. And for sure we need news also about the attack against the hospital, trying to reach the doctor who is continuing his experiences on Shigaraki. Shigaraki who is not ready to get out to escape, but at some point he's gonna be. If I have to guess, I'm gonna guess that they're gonna lose the fight at the hospital because Shigaraki is gonna manage to escape, and they can win the fight at the headquarters, but not totally, like some of them are gonna manage to escape with these villains, you know. And for our guys, our students, our teachers, these heroes, if all of them, they manage to survive, we're gonna be lucky. And I don't think that we're gonna be that lucky. Like, that's it. Now, they made sure all of this. During all of these seasons, they confirmed us that we're not that lucky that heroes can die. Maybe during this attack we're gonna lose one or more of them. None of the students. We can't lose any student. We'll see about it. I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon on which you can have 4 episodes of advance. 4 episodes of advance. It's a lot. It's 2 weeks of advance. Like, meaning that what you're watching right now on YouTube, this reaction video, they had it 2 weeks earlier on my Patreon. So really, if you want to have that much of advance, if you want to have longer reaction part, even sometimes for the big episodes, the 4 reaction part, like for example for the previous episode, I'm gonna put the 4 reaction part, you can have these advantages on my Patreon. It's to thank you for following me on Patreon, to give me your support that I'm working hard to give you these advantages. Let's go for this episode. To lose someone? I'm gonna be mad at myself. If it's truly happening during this episode, I'm gonna be mad at myself. Dabi. You can't? Too late now. So quick enough to help Ox, for example? Dabi. Maybe you're gonna guess, Tokoyami, you're gonna intervene. He had no dark choice. I'm not blaming Ox. For sure, I didn't want for Twice to die, but I'm not gonna blame Ox. Ah. Okay, you're not really thinking about Twice, you're thinking about how you would have done. Can we discover more about him now? Ah, yes, I didn't think about it. At this age, they told you to forget your name? You were okay to make that sacrifice of your name, you know, to... Who?
お前は俺をマークしなきゃいけなかったんだ。連合もShigarakiも花からどうでもいい。一人の人間のたった一つの執念で世界は変えられる。
Do you know each other?
偽物は殺す。そうそう俺はステインの意志を全うする者だ。偽物は正さねば誰かが
I remember. Why are we seeing that again? Because you don't care that much about him. Like for Stain, you want to fight the best hero. I don't understand. Who is Dabi? Just run. Oh, bitch, she doesn't care about you. Oh, Mirko. You reached it? There? Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch. Ah, and you're far from ending, you know, like ending him, ending Shigaraki, your explanation. You know, if you took 2 episodes to get to 5 more persons, how the fact that a Nomus can think that much is that clever. Not only you can talk now, but you can think, you can elaborate a plan. Maybe enough? Oh, fuck. Oh, I really thought that you would find a way to to end this experience? What does it mean to end it before the end? How is he gonna be Shigaraki? How?
傷を焼く彼は普通のシャベルのを一人で相手していたのかミルコ生きてたかシガラキはカプセルに入ってるあれはもうただの小悪党じゃねえ入れたたち下げてこれ以上溶液が抜ける前に起こさねばかんねオール・フォー・ワンの夢の結晶半端な形はまこと不本意じゃ
Can you do anything right now? I'm not feeling sad or anything like that. I'm just wondering, what does it mean for Shigaraki? I wish that we would have known that story about the three of you earlier. It would have helped me, you know, to love Present Mike even more. It's truly the end? For Shigaraki, I mean.
頂上得意点は根拠薄弱の暴論だとの奴らは目を背けたんで今は個性得意点つってカルト化してる終末論かその学者は論文発表後に失踪数年後に亡くなった120代の大台だなるほどなそんなわしに唯一彼だけが手を差し伸べてくれた存在わしの個性運動能力と引き換えに人の2倍の生命力を持つ節制
I think that you found him also to Shigaraki, meaning that for me, right there, he's not dead, like, he's gonna be okay. How dare you? I understand the feeling. You have the impression, you know, that it's gonna dirty you, like... What? What? Into your mind? All of these hands! You should rewatch all of that with adult eyes, like they were nice to you, they were trying to help you. Hein? Ah, il kept a little of it, tiens! Your family, your past, who you truly are, they were trying to stop you. Your ancestor stop you. They all tried to... I mean, it's not really them, it's your memory of them. Yes? No preview. I'm checking each time if we have an island scene. No, it's a preview. I'm not watching previews. Oh, it's just 2 episodes today. First, we need to talk about what we had at the villa, how we left the villa. Like, clearly, I have to be honest, I was way more interested by the fight at the villa because it's involving so many more heroes, you know, more of all guys, all students, all heroes, and also so many villains that for sure I want to know what is happening at the villa and how we left things also with Dabi against Ox and Ox with no way of defending himself against Dabi. I'm really like, that's it, you killed him. Like, what we saw, it was Dabi talking with Ox. I'm still not sure of all of what he said, I'm gonna come back to it later. Putting his fire, you know, on Ox like that, there is no way for Ox to escape from that, so does it mean that Ox died, just died? No. You know me, you know my role with characters in shows, in animes, in movies. If I don't see the person dead, body on the floor, body cold, eyes closed, it's really that, the mojo, body cold, eyes closed, if I don't see that, the person is not dead. Clearly for Ox, we didn't see it. And we had also that little moment at the beginning with Tokoyami guessing, at least seeing all of that fire situation with Dabi, with that memory of Ox telling him that his only weakness is fire. So I'm gonna have that little up that maybe Tokoyami or any other hero intervened at the right moment to help him, to help Ox. I'm gonna keep that up until I have the proof that I'm wrong. Again, body cold, eyes closed. If I don't see that the person is not dead and you gave me up for Tokoyami or someone else to intervene. But clearly I want to have news about that situation. I understand what the plan is at the villa now that you really blocked all of the villains at the same place. You made sure of it. So now you prefer to regroup really all around them. So you're gonna attack them little by little, like to be sure that no one is gonna escape. It's pretty clever to think like that, to plan things like that. Are they gonna succeed? I don't know, but it's pretty clever. Toga, all of the other ones, are they gonna manage to escape? We'll see. And then we switched on what is happening at the hospital with Mirko, who was continuing to fight against all of the Nomus, with the other heroes with Andover coming to help. Mirko, the fact that she was so strong against the Nomus and she thought, you know, during that moment she took some seconds to think about, no, I don't need to fight the Nomus, I need to go against the doctor, no matter what, is my real target, I need to focus on him. So she accepted to run away, meaning she accepted to become the target, you know, to not be equal during a fight with her enemies, but to really put herself in a weak spot, you know, by being a target for them who for sure would follow her, would target her, would hurt her that bad. But she was really just focused on the doctor, I need to stop the doctor. And when she appeared into that room, for sure she saw the doctor and she attacked him, but in 1 second she saw Shigaraki, she understood what was happening and she went for it. And the fact that she continued to attack that thing again and again, even if they were continuing to attack her, to hurt her that much and all, that woman is amazing, truly impressive. She's so strong, she's so clever, she's acting so quick, thinking so quick. She was truly amazing, brave, right there, like, I can't remember at which number she is, you know, into the rank of heroes, but for me, she deserves the 3rd place. Like, if Andover is top 1, Ox is top 2, she deserves the top 3. She was amazing, impressive, strong, brave, clever. I admired her a lot during this episode and during the previous one. During this moment, I really thought that she was not gonna succeed. Even if she was that brave, that strong, I thought that she couldn't succeed because I thought that no matter what, Shigaraki at the end would be out and safe. And when she managed to stop that experience, I was like, can it be? What does it mean, like, for an experience like that to stop without being finished, you know, totally? What does it mean for the experience? What does it mean for Shigaraki? Something wrong is gonna happen, you know, to him. What does it mean? So then when his body was out, I was like, what? Is it truly the end of Shigaraki? Like, what can it mean? And then we had the doctor talking about the master's quirk, about his quirk, about how they gave it also to Shigaraki, and truly I understood with what the doctor was saying that Shigaraki would be okay. What Shigaraki saw into this dream, into this vision, it's not his real family trying to catch him for not letting him go with the master and all of that. It's Shigaraki inside of his mind was that part of him, his past, his love for his family, how much he wanted to be an hero, to be like his ancestor, all of that, which is a part of him, all of them who are a part of him, who were trying to catch him because he thinks so, because he feels like that. Like, okay, he chose the master, but there is still a part of him who would have wanted for his family to try to reach him, to catch him. You know, these little memories that he had with his sister, with his mother, it was good memories. It was these two being nice with him, okay, committing mistakes, but not because there were bad people or anything like that. For sure with his dad it was different, and for sure we can understand that still now he doesn't regret what he did as a kid, and he would do the same right now, he would kill his father. But for the rest of his family it's not the same, and the fact that really his ancestor, meaning Almight's predecessor, is intervening into the balance for him, again, inside of Shigaraki's head, is making her intervene to convince him to not go with the master. It means a lot. It's that part of him who wanted to be an hero, it's his past, you know, also his DNA, like, it means truly a lot. These two episodes that I watched together, they were intense, truly. One for Twice Death, one for all of that about Shigaraki, everything right there, like, I have the impression that all of the episodes of this fight are gonna be epic because it's so important, it's so big what is happening right now with these two attacks, that all of the episodes about it can only be big. But I have the impression that it's gonna take half of the season. We're not gonna finish this fight until at least half of the season. It's gonna be exhausting. We'll see about it, and I'm gonna see that on another day because it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.